All right, well, good morning, everyone. I am your proud principal, Miss Ashford Knox, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the COLT Spelling Bee this morning. The competition will begin in a few moments. So at this time, we have all our competitors on the stage, but before we begin, I would like to introduce you to the officials who will be presiding over the competition. Officials, please rise as I call your name. First, I'm pleased to introduce you to our pronouncer, Miss Jackson. Next, Miss Cornwell, will you please stand? She'll be our judge. Miss Campbell will also be a judge. And Miss Cole will be our judge. And Miss Hall Blacksford will be our record keeper. So thank you so much, officials, for joining us today. Today, you will enjoy a great American tradition. The format for the competition is that of a traditional spell down. That is, each of the spellers you will see here will receive one word per round. Success in today's spelling bee is, in the beginning, all about what you have memorized. But in the end, we will bridge, and it will likely be all about words that you probably have not memorized. But when your moment arrives, just do like the pros do in DC. Slow down, ask questions, and think positively, and you will be ready to meet the challenge. So before we begin, I'd like to spend a moment talking about the microphone. Spellers, as you see the microphone there, the microphone is important because it assists you in assuring the judges hear your spelling. When it's your turn to spell, adjust the microphone so that it is comfortable height for you. Before you begin to spell, speak the word you are given into the microphone for the judges. This will give the judges an opportunity to determine if you are pronouncing your word correctly. When you are ready to begin spelling your word, remember to take a deep breath, enunciate each letter with care, and speak directly into the microphone. Now, let's talk about what happens at the end of the bee. If all spellers in a round misspell, all spellers in the round will remain in the competition and a new spelling round will begin. If only one speller spells correctly in a round, then a new one-word spelling round will begin, and the speller will be given an opportunity to spell a word on the list. If the speller succeeds in correctly spelling the anticipated championship word in this one-word round, then the speller will be declared the champion. So on behalf of COLT, thank you for joining us today, everyone, to celebrate the achievements of these fantastic young spellers, and we will begin. So at this time, our pronouncer will become Ms. Jackson.
We are now ready to begin round one of the COLT Spelling Bee. Spellers, I would like to remind you of what will happen if you misspell during this round. One of the judges will ring a bell, then I will provide the correct spelling and you will go to the side of the stage to meet your parent. If that happens, we encourage you to find a seat in the audience and be present for the remainder of the competition. Record keeper, are you ready? Yes, ma'am.
We're not gonna go there.
Okay. Just stay seated. All right. Speller number 1, you may approach the microphone.
It needs to be turned on. Is it on? Oh, it is.
All right, speller number 1, your word is grins. Say the word first and then spell it. Grins. Spelling number 2. Your word is glow.
Glow. Glow.
Spelling number 3. Your word is raindrop. Spelling number 4. Your word is enjoy. Spelling number 5. Your word is outside. This concludes round 1 of the COLT Spelling Bee, and there are 5 spellers remaining. We'll now begin round 2. Speller number 1. Your word is great. Speller number 2. Your word is summer. Spellers, remember to say the word first and then spell the word. Speller number 3. Your word is running. Speller number 4. Your word is honking. Speller number 5. Your word is caves. All right, audience, could you please hold your applause until the end? All right, that concludes round 2. We still have 5 spellers, and this is the start of round 3. Speller number 1. Your word is monster. Hold your applause, please. Speller number 2. And put your numbers around your necks. That'll make it easier for you. Speller number 2. Your word is video.
Video. VIDEO.
Speller number 3. Your word is below. Speller number 4. Your word is seats. Speller number 5. Your word is baseball.
Baseball. BASEBALL.
This concludes round 3. We are now in round 4. Speller 1. Your word is timer. Speller number 2. Your word is behind.
Behind. BEHIND.
Speller number 3. Your word is catch. Remember to say the word, then spell it.
Catch. C-A-T.
Speller number 4. Your word is blanket.
Blanket. BLANKET.
Speller number 5. Your word is partner.
Partner. PARTNER.
This concludes round 4. We are now in round 5 and still have 5 spellers. Speller number 1. Your word is pillow. Speller number 2. Your word is above.
Above. ABOVE.
Speller number 3. Your word is jazzy. Then she fixed it. I'm sorry. Speller number 3, it is JAZZY. You want me to step to the side? Step to the side? Okay. Just take your number off, speller number 3. Speller number 4, your word is quick.
Quick. QUICK.
Speller number 5, your word is trace.
Trace. TRAC.
That concludes round 5. We are now in round 6 and have 4 spellers remaining. Speller number 1. Your word is updo. Speller 2. Your word is field.
Field. FIELD.
Speller 4. Your word is stiff.
STIFF.
Speller number 5. Your word is mule.
Could you repeat that?
Mule.
Mule. MULE.
It's spelled MULE. So just take your number off. All right, this concludes round 6. We are now in round 7 with 3 spellers remaining. Speller number 1. Your word is loose. Speller number 2. Your word is across.
Across. ACROSS. OSS.
Speller number 4. Your word is cling.
Clean. CLING.
That concludes round 7. We are now in round 8 with 3 spellers remaining. Speller number 1. And remember, spellers, you can ask for the word to be used in a sentence. Your word is noisy.
Noisy. NOISY.
Speller number 2. Your word is jeans.
Jeans. GENES.
That's the incorrect jeans. JEANS. Speller number 4. Your word is steady.
Steady. STEADY.
That is the end of round 8. We are now entering round 9 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller number 1. Your word is control.
Control. CONTROL.
Speller number 4. Michael, you can put your number back. Your word is poem. Jack's favorite poem is Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein.
POEM.
Speller number 2. Your word is token. Kai put another token into the arcade machine to play the game again.
Token. TOKEN.
That concludes round 9. We are now in round 10 with 3 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is playground. The playground has swings, slides, seesaws, and monkey bars.
Playground. PLAYGROUND.
Speller 2. Your word is eagle. Noel thought he spotted an eagle high overhead.
Eagle. EAGLE.
Speller 4. Your word is young. When children are young, they need to ride in a car seat for their safety. This concludes round 10. We are now in round 11 with 3 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is layer. Grandma added 1 more layer of noodles to the pan of lasagna before putting it in the oven. Speller 2. Your word is topics. Mr. Foley never shies away from controversial topics, so the discussions in his class are always lively.
Topics. TOPICS.
Speller 4. Speller 3 and 5, you can put your number back on. You get a second chance. All right, speller number 4. Your word is cotton. Sarah loved the feeling of her new cotton blanket.
Cotton. C-O. T-O-N.
Speller number 5. Your word is office. Paco loved using the big computer in his mom's office.
Office. O-F-F-I-C-E.
Speller number 3. Your word is berries. Sakura had a great time picking berries, but she didn't like the stains they made on her dress. This concludes round 11. We are now entering round 12 with 5 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is spare. Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds hosted an exchange student in their spare bedroom for the school year. Speller 2. Your word is strange. Tariq found a strange bug in the garden and looked online to find out what it was.
Strange. S-T-R-A-N-G-E.
Speller 3. Your word is Saturday. Saturday was Mateo's favorite day because he got to sleep past 9 a.m. Speller 4. Your word is needle. Kai's grandfather sewed him a pouch with a needle, a thread, and a piece of cloth.
Needle. N-E-E-D-L.
Speller 5. Your word is bolts. Hilda locked the door with several heavy bolts to make sure it stayed closed during the storm.
Bolts. B-O-L-T-S.
That now concludes round 12. We are now entering round 13 with 5 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is jigsaw. Kim was beyond frustrated when her little brother ruined the 1,000-piece jigsaw she had been close to finishing. Speller 2. Your word is spying. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were an American couple accused of spying for the Soviet Union.
Spying. S-P-Y-I-N-G.
Speller 3. Your word is women. Women gained the right to vote in the United States in the year 1920 with the passage of the 19th Amendment.
W-O-M-E-N.
Speller 4. Your word is handstand. Angeli and her friends had a contest to see who could hold a handstand the longest.
H-A-N-D-S-T-A-N-D.
Speller 5. Your word is pretend. When using her toy kitchen set, Ling loves to pretend that she is a world-famous chef.
Pretend. P-R-E-T-E-N-D.
This now concludes round 13, we are entering round 14 with 5 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is sideways. Alana likes to sleep sideways, but her brother always sleeps on his back. Speller 2. Your word is welcome. Lucy was pleased by the welcome she received when she arrived at the inn.
Welcome. WELCOME.
Speller 3. Your word is midday. A cannon fires in Halifax Citadel National Historic Site every midday, startling tourists not expecting to hear a loud boom. Speller 4. Your word is softly. Claire sang softly to her new baby cousin until the baby fell asleep. Speller 5. Your word is cobweb. Bjorn brushed a cobweb from his face as he climbed the attic stairs. That now concludes round 14. We are entering round 15 with 5 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is report. Timmy had to write a report about his favorite animal for homework. Speller 2. Your word is muster. In the end, Maggie could only muster a few votes for her prom theme idea.
Mustard. MUSTER.
Speller 3. Your word is fuel. The Millers debated whether to use oil or wood as their source of fuel for their cabin. Speller 4. Your word is showed. Elon proudly showed his drawing to his parents, eager to see their reaction. Speller 5. Your word is chuckle. The students couldn't help but chuckle as their teacher attempted to dance during the school assembly. That concludes round 15. We are now in round 16 with 5 spellers. Speller 1. Your word is snazzy. Daryl paired his snazzy pinstripe suit with some sleek shoes. Speller 2. Your word is include. The chef decided to include the asparagus soup on that night's menu and take off the beet appetizer.
Include. INCLUDE.
Speller 3. Your word is mighty. The wrestler flexed his muscles and looked mighty as he got the crowd excited before the match. Speller 4. Your word is highway. The construction of the interstate highway system under President Eisenhower improved transportation and commerce in the United States.
Highway. HIGHWAY.
Speller 5. Your word is recess. When asked what his favorite subject in school was, Matt always responded that it was recess.
Recess. R-E-C-E-S-S.
That concludes round 16. We are now entering round 17 with 5 spellers. Speller 1. Your word is we. The children shouted we as they went down the slide at the playground. Speller 2. Your word is rodent. A tiny rodent scurried across the forest floor searching for food.
Rodent. R-O-D-E-N-T.
Speller 3. Your word is huddling. Tanvi was upset when she saw her friends huddling in the corner without her.
Huddling. H-U-D-D-E-L-I-N-G.
Huddling. Huddling. Speller 4. Your word is gasped. Everyone in the movie theater gasped at the plot twist.
Gasped. G-A-S-P-E-D.
Speller 5. Your word is taxi cab. Chandra called a taxi cab to get home from the airport.
Taxi. T-A-X-I-C-A-H.
We are now in, Speller 3, remove your number. We're now in round 18 with 4 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is sandwich. Calvin patiently explained to his mother that he liked his sandwich cut on the diagonal. Speller 2. Your word is leaking. The roofer fixed the gap in the shingles that was responsible for the rain leaking through the kitchen ceiling.
Leaking. L-E-A-K-I-N-G.
Speller 4. Your word is machine. Rather than hem the dress by hand, Clyde used his mom's sewing machine.
Machine. M-A-C-H-I-N-E.
Speller 5. Your word is astray. The coach worried that she had led her players astray with her advice.
Astray. A-S-T-R-A-Y.
That concludes round 18. We are now in round 19 with 4 spellers remaining. Speller 1. Your word is scribbly. The margins of Jay's notebook are full of scribbly drawings. Scribbly. Scribbly. S-C-R-I-B-B-L-Y. Speller 2. Your word is mansion. Local children refuse to go near the haunted mansion on the hill.
Mansion. M-A-N. Wood.
Mansion.
Sion.
Speller 4. Your word is powwow. A Cherokee from Arkansas performed a ceremonial dance during the annual powwow sponsored by the Native American Student Association. Powwow. P-O-W. W-O-W. Speller 5. Speller 4, remove your number. And speller 2. My bad. Your word is spiral. Tyrone found a spiral seashell while walking on the beach.
Spiral. S-P-I-R-A-L.
That concludes round 19. We are now in round 20 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is thread. Nina's aunt asked her to find the yellow thread.
Thread. T-H-R-E-A-D.
Speller 5. Your word is Saturn. Saturn takes about 29.5 Earth years to make one revolution around the sun.
Saturn. S-A-T-U-R-N.
We are now in round 21 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is massive. The new TV was so massive that the family had to rearrange the entire living room to make space for it.
Massive. M-A-S-S-I-V-E.
Speller 5. Your word is velvet. The princess wore a cloak of blue velvet embroidered with gold thread.
Velvet. V-E-L-V-E-T.
We are now in round 22 with 2 spellers. Speller 2. Your word is reeds. The reeds that grew by the pond had tops that looked like hot dogs.
Reeds. R-E-E-D-S.
Speller 5. Your word is should. Dad should be home in 15 minutes.
Should. S-H-O-U-L-D.
We are now in round We are now in round 23 with 2 spellers. Speller 2. Your word is violet. Thea picked a violet from the garden.
Violet. V-I-O-V-E-T.
Violet. V-I-O-L-E-T. Speller 5. Your word is wriggle. Greta knew her compost pile was doing well when she saw an earthworm wriggle happily in the humus.
Wriggle. R-I-G-G-L-E.
Wriggle. W-R-I-G-G-L-E. Speller 2 and 5, you are still in. We are now in round 24 with 2 spellers still remaining. Speller 2. Your word is squeeze. The twins always squeeze the toothpaste tube in the middle despite the protest of their parents.
Squeeze. Squeeze.
Squeeze. Squeeze. Speller 5. Your word is groceries. Elena liked getting groceries with her dad.
Grocery.
Groceries. Groceries. Speller 2 and speller 5, you are still in. We're at round 25 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is solution. Although everyone thought long and hard, nobody could come up with a solution to the problem.
Solution. Solution.
Speller 5. Your word is liquid. Annabelle wasn't sure if the suspicious liquid on the floor was water or if her new puppy had an accident.
Liquid. Liqui.
We are now in round 26 with 2 spellers. Speller 2. Your word is neighbors. Aisha's neighbors always get together in the summer to clean up the park.
Can we say that again?
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Neighbors. Neighbors. Speller 5. Your word is giraffe. Each giraffe has a unique pattern of coding marks that distinguishes it from all others.
Giraffe.
All right, we are in round 27 with 1 speller left. Speller 5. Your word is bazaar. The bazaar in Easton's hometown had vendors selling everything from handmade purses to exotic spices.
Bizarre.
Bazaar, Bazaar. All right. We are now in round 28 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is brother. Sean enjoyed playing chess with his brother during the summer break.
Brother. Brother.
Speller 5. Your word is outcome. The outcome of the researchers' experiment was better than expected. We are now in round 29 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2, your word is murky. The river's murky water was probably not safe to drink.
Murky. Murky.
Speller 5. Your word is wagon. Jesse and Joseph pulled their wagon filled with toys and snacks to the park. We are now in round 30 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is childhood. Noelle remembers how she spent most of her childhood outdoors.
CHILDHOOD.
Speller 5. Your word is critters. The campground was bustling with critters whose chirping and croaking filled the air.
Critters. CRITTERS.
We are now in round 31 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is snicker. The class began to snicker when the substitute teacher realized she was in the wrong room.
Snicker. SNICKER.
Speller 5. Your word is twinkle. Atmospheric conditions affect how stars twinkle in this night sky.
Twinkle. TWINKLE.
We are now in round 32 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is stumble. The crowd worried that the front runner would stumble and fall heavily onto the track.
Stumble. STUMBLE.
Speller 5. Your word is smock. Amia wore a smock while painting in art class so that her dress wouldn't get dirty.
Could you repeat the word?
Smock.
Small. SMOCK.
We are now in round 33 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2, your word is harvest. Given the wonderful weather, Hannah is hoping for a great harvest this year.
Harvest. HARVEST.
Speller 5. Your word is costume. Kelvin's favorite part of his bumblebee costume is the cute little stinker.
Costume. COSTUME.
We are now in round 34 with 2 spellers remaining. Speller 2. Your word is indeed. Mr. Tufty knew that the homework was indeed difficult, but he also believed his students were up for the challenge.
Indeed. INDEED.
Speller 5. Your word is mistake. The chef's mistake of adding salt instead of sugar led to a cake that no one found edible.
Mistake. MISTAKY.
We are now in round 34. No? All right, speller 2. Your word is balloon. The principal liked the science project, but wasn't sure if he enjoyed having the students name their hot air balloon after him.
Balloon. BALLOON.
Congratulations, Michael. You are the first champion.
As Ms. Hall Glasper is coming up, I want to join you all and let's give these boys and girls a huge round of applause. to get up in front of your peers, to stand up and spell all these words, because I was sitting back here myself trying to spell some of them, and I spelled them wrong as you were spelling them correctly. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Oh, that is right. So you all are very smart. I'm sure some of you in the audience were spelling them as well. And you're like, oh, that's how you spell that word? So congratulations to Michael. Stand up again, Michael. Who will be representing COLT as our spelling bee winner. And Tamara Lee, who will stand up. Kimberly, who is our runner-up. Now, our runner-up has a huge responsibility as well, because in the event that our winner is not able to represent us, anything could happen. He could be sick or anything could come up. She will have to represent us for the spelling bee. So the same words that he's going to be studying, she is also going to have to be studying, because we've had that happen before, where something came up where our winner was not able to represent us, so our runner-up had to fill in. So both of you have the responsibility to study those words. So I'm also going to challenge our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students. When you see one of them in the hallway or in your classrooms, give them a word. Hey, how do you spell bee? How do you spell murky? How do you spell neighbor? Just ask them how to spell a word, and on the spot, when they give you a word, you gotta spell it. Okay, can y'all do that for us? Because we want COLT to come back with that district spelling bee trophy. So again, congratulations to both of you and to all of our contestants. Again, congratulations. Thank you.
I just want to clarify one thing. The reason we kind of started over and gave some students what you may think is a second chance is because they had words without a sentence. So we felt like if they had the word with used in a sentence, then they would have spelled it correctly. So that is why those students were able to join back in. Okay? Also, so with that being said, I have a certificate of participation
For Morelli Vasquez Loa. A certificate to Deasia McClurkin. To Kimberly Morales. To Aubrey Parker. And to our spelling bee champ, Michael Dressen. He also gets the spelling bee trophy.